In today's makeup, we'll be exploring transformation makeup. I'll be doing a gender bend, and my model for today is Kate. So Kate is an opera singer. I've worked with her on more than one production, and we are going to be doing a makeup application that's going to bend Kate's gender. So I'm looking at creating a masculine appearance to Kate's face. So here I'm just working with a foundation stick, and I'm actually going to be working with two color foundation sticks. I'll be working with a highlight tone and a shadow tone, so I'll be highlighting and contouring the face at the same time while applying foundation. So I'm going to first start off by applying a lighter foundation through my highlight areas, and then taking a darker tone foundation and applying contour shapes through the darker areas of the face. So you can see I have highlights that is breaking up the brow bone. I have highlights into the lid itself, across the cheek, down the bridge of the nose, and on the chin. And then I'm doing my contour colors underneath that highlight color on the bony process of the cheek, along the jawline, and into the hairline itself. Also above the hairline, and then that contour of the temple. And here I'm actually taking a third tone that's a little bit more of that natural lighter shade to Kate's face and filling in. And then I'm just going to take my Beauty Blender and kind of blend the two areas together. And I'll be rotating my Beauty Blender so that I'm blending out my darker spots with a portion of the Beauty Blender, and then rotating and blending my lighter spots with the other part of my Beauty Blender. The process that I'm following is I'm trying to lean out or square Kate's face. So I'm trying to take away those quote-unquote feminine features. So I'm trying to sculpt the jawline by creating a stronger square shape to the jawline. I'm also trying to take away any roundness to the cheeks by doing a cheek contour. Now I'm just taking the heat from my hands. I rub my hands together just to warm up them and then blend any uneven edges on the face. Now I'm going in with a shading color and a flat brush, and I'm sculpting out the nose. So here I'm trying to go for that strong, sharp, angular look. I'm using that same kind of character shadow to sculpt out the eye. I'm not necessarily going for an eyeshadow look, but I'm looking for that natural sunken in eye. I'm looking for a little bit of that masculine quality to help read from a stage perspective. Same shading color, I'm going right into the temple area to bring out the strength of the temples. I'm going to go into the forehead where I had my darker foundation. I'm going to go right on that jawbone to create a strong square jawline. And I'm going to add it into the cheek color. So here I'm just doing the same steps that I did with my foundation colors, but I'm just going in with a darker character shadow just to enhance things a little bit more. So I'm doing a wedged shape into the jaw, but I'm also going to need to take some time and fill that shape in with some shading color. So I'm sculpting out that dimension that I'm needing first. Now I'm just going in and supporting all of my shadows with some highlight colors down the bridge of the nose. I'm adding highlight underneath the eye. Now I'm just utilizing a Beauty Blender to blend out the product underneath the eye area. You could also utilize the ring finger and the warmth from your hand as well to blend under this area. You just want to make sure that you're being especially sensitive to the under eye area and not applying any great pressure. Now just utilizing my Beauty Blender just to blend off any area that I put my shading colors into. So blending along the forehead and the temples, my cheek contour, and jawline. Here I'm just adding a little bit of a shadow to the chin area to create a nice cleft chin. I'm also going to bring out the shape of the chin a little bit more by adding a circular contour on my chin. I'm going to bring out the nasolabial fold by just utilizing a little bit of contour into Kate's natural expressions. Now I'm taking a beauty blender just to blend off anything extra shadows on the lid, just to create a nice smooth appearance. Here I'm using powder and a large powder brush because I'm using 2 tones of powder. I'm going to use a natural powder to powder down my highlighted areas, and I'm going to use a darker contour powder in my shading area. So in this case, I don't want to use a powder puff, but I'm going to use 2 different shades of pressed powder and 2 different powder brushes so that I can actually enhance and or darken with powder products as I'm setting the face. And here you can see I'm using the natural shape of Kate's brows. I'm just overpainting her brows to give a more masculine, thicker appearance. Here I'm just using a Q-tip to clean up any area. Now I'm going in with an eyeshadow in just a natural like brown tone, just to give a little bit of that definition and contour to the eye. And here I'm just using a brown eye pencil to define Kate's eyelid and lash line. I'm using the smudging end of the pencil just to kind of smoke out my line. And here you can see that I'm just going and painting in a pencil mustache onto Kate's face. And I'm using just a natural chubby lip pencil to fill in Kate's lips. And here I'm just adding a little bit of a gloss or like a Carmex to Kate's lips. Kate's lips were a little dry for this application, so I'm just wanting to smooth out both my lipstick and I'm looking for that, of course, natural male look. But I'm just trying to make sure that I have an even application. Here I'm using that same cheek color, or that same lip color I used on Kate. I'm utilizing it on the cheeks to give me a little bit of that natural blush tone or cheek tone. So here just utilizing a lipstick as a cream rouge. So this is going to help give a monochromatic look to the face and also just give a little bit of natural flushness. Now I'm going in with a darker shadow just to reinforce the jaw contour. Here I'm working with a shading product as well as a highlight product to reinforce some of my highlights and contours. So I'm doing highlight along the cheekbone and contour into the cheek. So I have 2 brushes, one with a highlight powder and one with a low light powder, just to reinforce those shapes. Here I'm taking a stipple sponge and adding just a little bit of a stipple beard growth or a shadow to Kate's face to give that masculine 5 o'clock shadow. I'm now going to go through and style out Kate's hair to get ready for the finished makeup application. And here we have the finished makeup for Kate's transformation. I hope you learned something with me today, and remember, if you believe it's possible, you can make it possible.